Get up, the R spot. Get up.
Get up, got a problem, don't know how to solve them. Get up, motivation, a source of inspiration. Get up, to make it to the end, you know you gotta fight to win. So watch the R spot, it'll fix your problem. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Hey, hey, only on the R spot, yeah. Welcome to the R Spot again. I hope this isn't your first time here. And I also hope that you're a member of the R Spot Facebook community, because that's where we go, just like here, to talk about all things relationships, all kinds of relationships, love ships and family ships and friendships, because we want to learn the skills that are required to make our relationships more fulfilling and healthy and loving and satisfying. So I want to talk about something today that I think is very, very important when it comes to relationship, and that is the red flags. The red flags, the things that happen, the insights that we get that are telling us, leave us alone, that's not good for you, but for whatever reason, we ignore them. Red flags. I believe that if you want to know the end, look at the beginning. And more often than not, I'm not saying in all cases, but more often than not, what shows up at the end was there at the beginning as a red flag. And we simply ignored it. So I want to take a look at some common ones for both men and for women, and hopefully it'll help you as you go out in the world and create new relationships. Here's a red flag. A person who's always late. That's a red flag. That's telling you this is someone who doesn't respect their time and your time. It's telling you that this is a person that doesn't have respect for themselves or you. Being late is common in the world today, but it's also an indication of a much greater problem. And when someone is consistently late, whether it's your friend, your spouse, your parent, it's a problem, and they need some feedback about how that makes you feel. Because if you can't depend on someone to be where they say they will be when they say they need to be there, it's going to work on your ability to trust them, and trust is essential in every relationship. So, a person who's consistently late, ding, 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 that's a red flag. Another one, somebody who's always broke. Somebody who always runs short or needs to borrow money. I'm not talking about every now and then, can I have $10, $20, can you lend me? But somebody who's always got a crisis, always has an emergency, and is always broke. And they're coming to you. Now, it's an even bigger red flag when they don't pay back the money when they say they're going to pay it back. Okay? Being broke and not honoring their commitment to pay it back when they say they're going to pay it back, red flag. Money is a source of energy. And when someone is always depleting their energy or out of energy or needs some energy from you, that means they're an energy vampire. And you don't want to have someone who's sucking off your energy all the time. So somebody who's always broke, that's a red flag. And someone who doesn't honor their commitment, their promise to pay back the money when they say they're going to pay it back. Ding, 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 ding. Red flag. Pay attention. Another red flag is when you keep getting a message, an intuitive hit about somebody that you ignore. Now, that's a red flag to you about them, but it's also a red flag to you about you. When you get that sense, that hit, that inkling in there, okay, wait, something's wrong here, or something's off here, or that's not true, and you ignore it, that's saying that you don't trust yourself and that you're diminishing the value and the purpose of your own internal GPS, your God provided system, okay? And when you get those messages and you ignore it, it's saying that there's something about that person that you don't want to see. So when you keep getting the same message over and over and over and you ignore it and you don't address it, ding, 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 red flag. You better pay attention because you're going to get in trouble. Ladies, here's a red flag for you. He's got a broke down bad relationship with his mother. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that all mothers are wonderful and that all mothers get along with their sons. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about how he sees her, how he holds her, how he speaks about her, and his relationship with her, and his relationship with her. Because how a man is in relationship with his mother, it's going to impact how a man is in relationship with his mother. It's going to impact every relationship he has with every woman. So, if he can say to you, my mother and I don't get along, but I love her, so we just kind of keep our distance, that's one thing. But if he's saying that so-and-so, she can't, and I haven't spoke, if he spoke to his mother in 15 years, he doesn't need to be speaking to you. Okay? He can stay away from her. He can create his relationship with her. But if he holds animosity and anger and upset in his spirit about her, it's going to spill over into your relationship. By the same token, gentlemen, you want to see and know and have some insight about the woman's relationship with her father. It doesn't mean he had to be there. It doesn't mean he had to be the best guy in the world, but it's about how she sees it and holds it. Because there's nothing more challenging in a woman's life than her daddy issues when it comes to being in relationship with a man. And it's about how she talks about it, how she holds it. That's going to show up. So if he's in bad relationship with his mother, ladies, and if she's in bad relationship with her father, gentlemen, ding, 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 red flag, red flag. Here's another one, ladies. How is a man in relationship with his children? Could be a red flag. Got to pay attention. If you've got a man who doesn't talk about his children, if you've got a man who's not in relationship with his children by choice, if you've got a man who has all manner of excuses about why he's not in relationship with his children, red flag. Huge red flag. Now, I'm not saying that all men have exes who are very happy about them being ex. You know, sometimes in a man's life, the breakup with his ex is difficult, and the ex she'll withhold the children. I'm just saying, she'll withhold the children. I'm not talking about that. Does he talk about it? Does he have a picture of it? Does he share his desire to be with his children? Or is he just okay with the fact that they're gone and that's it? Ladies, that's a red flag. That means that this man is not living up to his responsibilities. And then if you have children with him, you think he's going to be different than you? Ding, ding, ding. Red flag. And then if you have children with him and you think it's going to be different with you, red flag. You got to listen to how a man speaks about his children. Here's another one that I think is very important, and that's the red flag of somebody who has something negative to say about everybody. Okay? Something negative to say about everybody. Everything is viewed from a negative perspective. The mother, the father, the politics, the social media, everything is negative. That's a red flag. That person is very judgmental and probably not as open-minded as they could be, or maybe as you would want them to be. So if everything you say or everything you talk about or everything that they bring up, they're bringing it up from a negative perspective, ding, dong, ding. That is a red flag. Okay, pay attention. Red flags are very important because they tell us up front what kind of person that we're dealing with, what kind of relationship that we're dealing with. Then in relationship, they're the common ones, like they don't spend the night, or they always have to come to your house, or they disappear for hours on end and you don't know where they are. But for me, the main one is if you are settled and grounded within yourself, if you are taking care of yourself, if you've got a clear vision about what you want, if you got a clear vision about who you are, anything coming in that's vibrating lower than you are, you're going to get an intuitive hit about it. Pay attention to that and don't ignore red flags. When you see crazy coming, cross the street. Don't invite it in. Don't invite it to dinner. And if crazy is very well disguised and you don't know it's crazy until you and after you invite it in, disinvite it quickly. Give it an opportunity to be gone, because those red flags are coming up to protect you and to serve you and to support you. If it doesn't feel right, chances are it's not right. And if you're not sure, ask the question and listen for the answer. Red flags, ding, ding, ding. Don't ignore them. You'll save yourself a lot of trouble later on. Hope this helped somebody out there.